O Mother Nui, stretch high above this valley. Your starry body is our glory. Then see the hawk of yonder Rahur quit, his fiery splendor, oh so mighty. He brings a light for all our weary souls. He makes the broken spirit whole.
So imagine trying to build a universe. Like, where do you even get the blueprints for something like that?
Right. I mean, it's a massive question.
It really is. Today, we're taking a deep dive into an esoteric stack of mystical texts exploring Kabbalah's Tree of Life. We are zeroing in on the second Sephira, which is known as Chokmah, or wisdom.
Yeah, and the mission for you today is basically to translate this ancient cosmology into a totally practical and, mind-expanding mental model.
Exactly.
So to understand how to actually harness wisdom, we have to start at its paradoxical origin. Because in this system, the foundation of reality literally comes from nowhere.
Okay, wait, let's unpack this. How do you get something out of literally nowhere?
Well, in the Kabbalistic tree, the absolute highest stage, Keter, is so incomprehensible. It's called ayin, which means nothingness.
Right.
And Chokmah is the absolute first manifestation of something out of that void. In fact, the Zohar breaks the Hebrew word Chokmah into two syllables, koch, meaning potential, and ma, meaning what is.
So it's like the pure potential of what is, which gives a totally literal spin to Job 28.12 from our sources, where it says, wisdom is found from nowhere.
Yeah, it's not a poetic metaphor at all.
Right, it's an exact coordinate. To me, Chokmah operates like a sudden, raw, lightning bolt of inspiration. Yeah. It's that massive, jolting surge of electricity hitting the house before you've even wired an outlet to plug your computer into.
Just pure, unfiltered voltage.
Yes, exactly.
What's fascinating here is how early mystics responded to that voltage. They associated this exact stage with yera, which translates to awe, or even fear.
Wait, really? Fear?
Yeah, because an unfiltered blast of divine intellect inherently shatters finite human comprehension. You just can't put a conceptual box around a million volts.
Well, wait, a million volts just striking your living room isn't actually helpful. I mean, it's just chaotic. To do anything with it, you have to capture and structure that limitless energy.
Which brings us to what's called the supernal triad. Think of the triad as the top-level management of the universe's creation process.
Okay, I'm following.
So Chokmah sits on the right pillar of the Tree of Life as the active masculine principle, the father or Abba. It provides the raw conceptual seed, but it relies entirely on the third Sephira, Bina, on the left pillar.
And she's the receptive feminine principle, right?
Yes, the mother or Imma. She acts as the structural womb that takes this raw data and restricts it into actual understandable concepts. There's actually an elemental debate here too.
Oh.
Yeah, Hermetic Kabbalah views Chokmah as projective fire, but traditional Jewish Kabbalah views it as a boundless ocean of water, or mem.
Here's where it gets really interesting, because, I'm struggling with that a bit. If Chokmah is pure, perfect, divine wisdom, doesn't putting it into a structural box inherently downgrade its perfection?
It's a common thought, yeah.
Like, aren't we basically domesticating the magic by restricting it?
It's tempting to see restriction as a downgrade, but without the structural womb of Bina, the seed of Chokmah is practically impotent.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it would just be a blinding flash of inspiration that instantly vanishes because it has no form to inhabit. True reality only manifests through their balanced union.
So the limitation doesn't ruin the wisdom?
Right. It actually makes the wisdom usable.
So what does this all mean? Catching lightning in a bottle isn't just an abstract cosmic event. The texts frame this cosmic partnership as a highly practical psychological map for how you live your everyday life.
Yeah, you see this brilliantly laid out in a 16th century text called Tomer Devora by the mystic Cordovero.
Okay.
He explains that Chokmah actually has two faces. One face looks upward to humbly receive that divine light without any personal ego getting in the way.
Right.
And the other face looks downward to distribute that exact light unconditionally with deep empathy for everyone else. It's actually used in modern Hermetic psychological integration too, sort of like Jungian individuation.
Oh, that's exactly like writing a revolutionary piece of open source software.
Oh, interesting analogy.
Yeah, like Chokmah is the late night stroke of genius where you figure out the raw algorithm. But true wisdom is never meant to be hoarded on a private server for your own ego.
Definitely not.
The ethical imperative is to take that raw code, use the structure of Bina to document it and build a user interface, and freely distribute it to benefit the whole network.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, integrating this exact flow is what creates profound inner calmness.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You're balancing the raw, superconscious inspiration with grounded, empathetic distribution. You stop reacting with anger or selfishness because you're aligned with this continuous, unshakable flow of life force.
So you become the ultimate liminal boundary. By embracing those two faces, receiving profound insights without ego, and then actively radiating them outward, you become a vital conduit to vitalize your own world.
Exactly. But there's a final, highly provocative concept from the Zohar to consider. It reinterprets the word Chokmah as Chokmah, translating to the palate of selflessness.
The palate of selflessness.
Yeah. The claim here is that tasting true wisdom requires the absolute annihilation of the human ego, which raises a huge question. If experiencing true wisdom requires us to be completely selfless, can anyone ever truly possess wisdom?
Or do we merely borrow it for a fleeting, selfless second?
Exactly.
Just a flash of lightning illuminating the architecture of the mind before moving on. That is definitely something for you to ponder until next time.